we've ever started a stream, but we're live.
Hey,
Hope you
to
find your
anybody
dog.
else that may be missing a dog right now.
Timing is everything.
Mine's sulking right next to me.
No euphemisms here, just genuine dog problems.
Actually, where is our cat?
She's around somewhere.
I've not seen her in a while.
That's because you've been asleep.
Yeah, but I don't think Phil's let her in while I've been asleep. We'll find out.
So we're just waiting for everybody to get back to tables and desks, and we're going to pick up where we left off only a week ago, with everybody staring down at an ancient white dragon, infamous to the area of Aerotus. They had recently explored a frozen ship, discovered what they thought might be her hoard, or at least a part of it. When they exited the ship, they saw a lone black figure motionless in the snow, and as they went to investigate, they discovered that the dragon was just taking shelter from the recent storm underneath the snow. It erupted from the snow, swallowing a herd's mount in one, and I think he initiated combat. She wanted your treasure, magical items, that sort of thing, and in return she was perhaps willing to let you go. That idea didn't seem to fit too well with all of you. Combat ensued. A few rounds in. How many rounds in are we? Let's have a look. Oh, we're at round 5 already. We're at the top of round 5. Yeah, no death so far. Some badly injured. Big boy, the shield guardian, is down. Everyone else seems to be in relatively good shape, with the exception of Edward, I think, who's below half. And spell slots are being consumed round by round. I guess we'll see where this goes. I don't know if everybody's ready yet or need a bit more time.
Mac is rebooting.
Ah, okay. So, good chance for any battle plans or last minute preps you guys need to discuss, or prayers?
So, guys, what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm just going to hit it really, really fucking hard.
Well, that's my plan.
It works. I'd like to figure out how I can stop being terrified as a large white dragon, because that would help me immensely.
That'd make the world a difference for me as well.
Are you still frightened, Eris?
Yeah. I think so. Can't remember getting unfrightened.
No.
Oh.
Locke, did you ever get frightened? Or you were out of range originally, I think Locke was.
No, yes, I've always been out of range.
Yeah.
When I rolled for it, I'm been over 150 feet away.
Yeah.
Well, I'm out of range now, but I was frightened when I was in range, and I haven't stopped being so.
There's lots of yellow snow around Red Reader.
He's very big. He has a very big bladder.
Even his legs warm.
I'll put the effect on me now. I just realised I haven't done it.
Oh, I can take it off me.
What is the saving throw we need to make for not being afraid? Was it against
I think it's a
wisdom?
wisdom. Yeah,
Okay.
I think it's a 16 to beat.
Cheers. I'm not dreadful at it either. I don't have. It's not a negative attribute. I have negative stats in, so I just haven't been
You've had
rolling.
unlucky
really bad.
rolls, I think, mate, haven't you?
Yeah. Just for that. I mean, the rest of it's been all right. We just can't seem to stop being terrible, which is probably because I'm fairly rational.
Going to see if this will work. Oh, well, fucking it helps if I connect the pissing things together, doesn't it?
Hello, should be in voice now.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Just giving Threadreader a little urine puddle around him.
That's what that is. They're slowly growing. Oh, if I stay there too long, urinating, I might go through the ice and end up in the sea.
I'm going to take it off because I'll forget.
I'll go, what's that around you halfway through the battle? What's that?
I should change your blood effect to yellow, shouldn't I? So as you're running around, you're leaking yellow all over the place.
Yeah.
So if I remember right, not that I think it makes much difference, you had cast Shield of Faith on me. Although it needs to roll like a 2 or 1 or a 2 to miss me, I think.
Yeah. So I'm probably going to try and drop it, but I was just seeing if I could add like a condition to you or something through it.
Okay. My rages seem to be wrong. They were 2. I'm pretty sure I had 2, not 3.
It's probably going to be dropping that pretty soon, though.
Okay. Oh, well, I don't think it makes a difference.
No, not really.
My current thinking is I'm trying to decide whether to. I want to maintain my rage, so I was going to run as close as I can and then throw 2 javelins, which at least keeps my rage going. They're not going to do much, but I was wondering if I should target the guy on the back instead of her. Or do you think that's going to make her really angry? Might make her more mad.
It's your turn first, so.
I'm trying to read anything in Steve's face.
I'm not sure how much different it's going to make her getting more cross. She's already trying to kill us.
That is true. That is true.
So, top of the round. Talk, you're up.
Okay.
Oh, that's on pause.
That's fine. Okay. I think Tok is going to. Well, I think the first thing he'll say is a little prayer to Torm. He'll just look up to the sky and say, Torm, if I die today, let it be a good death. And he will run forward, charging forward, grab javelins from his back, throw one, and then throw another.
Okay.
And I'm trying this. Hang on, let's. I'm going to just roll a dice to see whether I throw it at. I'm going to throw it at the guy on the back.
Okay.
He's still on the back, isn't he?
It's difficult to see with all the flurry of motion and movement, but you haven't seen anything fall off.
Okay. 7 and a fumble and a 16.
Did you say you were going to go reckless?
I can't go reckless with a ranged attack, I don't think.
Okay. I trust you.
I don't
it
think
was
I
just
can.
strength based, but never mind. I trust you to know.
I can have a look, but no, it's a melee.
Okay.
Make a melee attack using strength.
Okay. Makes sense.
But it keeps my rage going, so.
Okay. Days.
That is it.
Okay, so.
Wasted
next
turn.
Up,
sorry, guys.
Velkin the second.
Well, Vulcan is scared as shit, so it's probably going to have to move up. It will probably move up next to Cass. In fact, it's going to hide behind Cass. Let's do that.
Okay.
And then I guess it has to make its saving throw to see if it stops being shit scared.
Wisdom.
Nope.
Got scared. Okay. Cass is up.
Why are you right there, Herd? That's really annoying.
Like, what?
I can't put my flaming sphere within 5 feet of you or it'll hurt, but I can't get it close enough to him.
Head doesn't care. Go for it.
So for the I'm not gonna... No. I'll get it to here, so that in the next turn, I could maybe bash it. I'm gonna move Cass 30 feet. Gonna go... there. And for my action... do a second level. Guiding bolt.
Okay. Go for attack. The night sky kind of parts a little and it brightens ever so slightly. And just in that brief second, this bolt just shoots from Cass's fingertips, strikes true.
Thanks, big guy.
Oof. Okay.
Nice.
And next attack has advantage, doesn't it?
It does.
Oh, even better.
Is that a Cass?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Mr. Bashir is up next. He will have advantage on his next attack.
Okay, I'm going to try and move to the other side of the dragon.
Yeah.
40 feet, there we go.
Yeah.
The move thing's different to the measure thing.
Yeah, I've just realised that.
Sorry.
Thank you, Steve.
No problem.
Okay, then I'm going to make a attack with my great axe.
Yeah. Big overhand swing.
It's like hitting a barn door, but I still missed, so come on.
Remember, you've got advantage.
Yeah.
Not quite. Quite enough. You have a second attack.
That's a miss, I believe. Okay, I'm going to take another attack with the great axe. Do I still have advantage?
I'm going to say yeah. It's a tough AC.
Okay.
I'm gonna say I feel sorry for you.
Oh, not quite.
Same again.
As you're trying to position yourself tactically with the rest of the group, trying to give advantage and trying to distract the dragon, you have to try and slip. You kind of you sprint and you slide a portion, trying to avoid as the big tail comes swinging out over your head, and as you just try and regain your feet to try and get the attacks off at the same time, it's just don't quite there. One misses, thunks into the ice. The other, you don't get as much strength behind it as you want to, and it kind of just slides off the really thick white scales, and unfortunately, you don't connect in any significant way. Anything else?
No, I did my best, guys. That's me.
Red Reader's up.
Eek. One quick question. If I was to be able to shoot something 100 feet long and 5 feet wide, could I go over the head of Herd and still hit the dragon? Is it that big?
Yeah. It's massive.
Cool. So I will do that then, and I will use my action to fire a lightning bolt through my manifest mind mote. The last time I can do that.
Okay.
So let me put the template down, but
Well,
never mind. It's 100 feet.
saved
It
it.
hits the dragon.
Saved anyway.
So it takes half damage.
Okay. Fine, okay. Yeah, so the spectral rune floating off in the distance
No, it's
just
with-
brightens slightly, begins crackling more violently. It's just bright light, just lights up the entire landscape and shoots straight out towards the dragon. Heard you can just smell ozone, briefly blinded for a fraction of a second. But it kind of just goes past over the shoulder between the wing.
And then for my next trick, my bonus action, I'm going to have my sphere of my storm sphere fire its lightning bolt at the dragon too.
Okay.
Nice.
And this is an attack roll, so just bear with me a second.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I've took half damage off.
Does that hit?
Yeah, it certainly does. What was that with?
That was with the storm sphere.
Oh, Storm Sphere, okay.
2 of those d6 are ignored. For some reason it always rolls all of them, so it's only the lightning damage you take.
Okay, so how much?
Is, 13 lightning damage.
Okay, yeah, so still crackling from the first shot. The sphere over in the distance is like mini storm. Shoots another one out, and it's almost like a magnet attracting these lightning bolts from all across the battlefield. And it's just kind of sparking and coruscating through her wings, through the thin membrane of her wings. She roars in agony.
And that's that. So I'm going to try and take a saving throw to see if I stop being scared or make some more yellow snow.
Sorry, was that the full 23 I should have applied there?
No, there's 2d6 of bludgeoning if she's in the sphere, but it always rolls all the dice for some reason. So
Okay,
there's
13.
the bludgeoning she
Oh, yeah, I
rolls,
think I did the
just the
13.
lightning, yeah. It's wisdom, isn't it? You said wisdom.
Yes. Oh, that's enough.
Yay! Phew, finally. That's my turn. That was a good turn.
Okay, that means you can run towards it now, Thread Reader. Aren't you happy?
Yeah, maybe not.
By the way, that oh no, Storm Sphere. We weren't using your disadvantage from fear, were we? So that's cool. No problem.
Oh, cool. Yeah, cheers. Yeah, I've forgotten about that though. To be fair, so.
Yeah, at the end of your turn, the dragon kind of rears up, this electrical energy still flashing across its body, and its massive wings just beat just one big downdraft, and you're not sure whether it's going to take off or not. But everybody within 15 feet of the dragon, would you make a dexterity saving throw, please?
Herd and Ed. Nice. Well, I don't know if that's nice, actually.
Did 19, I'd fucking hope it'd be nice.
The breath was 22, though. Oh, it is. It's Dex 22. You get advantage on Dex saves, Edward, as a barbarian.
Cool.
For things that you can see, which I assume this
Definitely.
counts.
Okay, so I'm gonna
Most
roll it
definitely can.
again.
Yeah, just go again. Okay.
Better?
It is better, but it's not what you needed, unfortunately. So this massive downdraft just kind of assails you and pushes you both off your feet. You both move 15 feet. Oh no, sorry. No, you'll take that damage, which was 17. That's bludgeoning damage, so you should be halving that as well, Edward. And you're both knocked prone. And the dragon, as it just does this huge downdraft, and just this it's almost like a helicopter coming into land, and just the wind just pushes everybody off their feet. But it takes up and does a short hop. There.
Has it moved?
Yeah, did it not come up on your screen?
Yeah, just heard. Reaction, boy.
He is prone. He is prone now.
Oh,
so
he's prone.
You can still make an attack, can't you? It'll just be at disadvantage, right? Or
yeah, there's not much chance of that working, is there? I suppose.
Chance is a chance.
Depends what else you can use it on.
Oh, 2 natural 20s.
Yeah, I'm not that lucky. No, 2. Oh, no, I got 6 actually. But 11's not going to hit.
Okay. And that brings us up to Locke's turn.
Right. Luck's gonna stupidly move closer to it. Just so I can do something useful. 4 feet. Nope, that's way out of range. I'm just gonna shout at Talk. What's the plan?
Looks like I have no idea. We need to get the guy on the back, I think.
Which guy? Who's going on the back?
I'll volunteer if no one else wants to.
Why are you going on the back? What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna smack her little friend until he's dead.
So you're doing this without the immovable rod, then?
I don't
Eris
know.
is holding out the immovable rod to Locke. She can't run any closer, though. She is too frightened, so she couldn't get to anyone.
Right, and I'm too far away to do it now anyway. Just
okay.
Next time. Right, I'm just gonna dash then, just to move closer, and
try not to get all in a line as well with the breath.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's.
I'm out of range.
How. I don't.
All right. I think getting this close is the best I can do. I don't see anyone needs to move. Well, I guess I can bring Eris closer to me, So unless you're resisting me, I can bonus action telekinetically pull you 5 feet towards me. Or towards the dragon. It doesn't roll towards me. So you can move 5 feet there. Or Steve might.
Where is she?
Aries.
Oh, yeah, I see, yeah. Above you.
So I can pull it closer to me.
Okay.
Do you want to go? Eris?
Absolutely fine. I'll go.
Yeah, you just feel this just telekinetic pull and just kind of move 5 feet forward. Even if it's close to the dragon, it doesn't matter because it's forced movement.
Okay.
So just 5 feet towards Locke.
Yes.
Yeah, I've done it. Well, you were there. You can move if you'd like.
And then after my turn, it's the Beholderkin.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Just going to move 30 feet. So, that's a ranging stupid weapon. 150 feet, that's fine. Right. I think that would be the last time it was working, so I'm rolling 220 plus 8.
That hits.
Yes.
Okay. Best damage. Oh, for crying out loud.
It's better than nothing.
Oh,
It's better than
lucky
nothing.
pal.
Is she resisting any of this damage, Steve, or is it?
It doesn't appear to be.
Ah, fuck off.
Oh no, the dice are not our friends today.
Ah,
At least you got one. At least you got one. That's
at least I got 1. 8, that's gonna do it eventually. In a few weeks. Right, at least I got closer to all of you. Right. Okay, and that's my turn.
Okay, Eris, you're up.
I am going to run my 30 feet, trying to not get any closer to the dragon on a pass behind Locke. Can I throw the immovable rod to Locke?
Yep.
Will that be an action or bonus action?
Do you have something in mind for an action? I'll give it to you as a free.
I just want to keep running, really.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'll give you that, but I'll ask you to make a dex check, please, and I'll also ask Locke to make a dex check.
Just a flat check.
Each of you make a check. I want Eris to make a check to see how well she throws it or how accurately she throws it while she's running. And I want you to see, how dexterous you are to snatch it out from midair.
It goes in the general direction.
It goes in Locke's general direction, but it skids. He misses it because he wasn't quite expecting it, so he misses. It lands on the floor. You think, I'll keep an eye on that. Hits the snow and sinks into the snow somewhere around you.
And then, if I've still got my action, I will action dash another kind of 30 feet. I kind of want to get. I don't want to be in too much of a line, but I'm just going to have to deal with this for now. And then, is it a wisdom save to see if I can be unfrightened?
Yeah. 16 to beat. Good luck, everybody.
What does it need to be?
Yay! It's that. It's enough.
I'm not scared anymore. I am a big, strong goblin.
Anybody that's made that successful save, by the way, I'm not sure how this is going to play out, but remember that you are immune to that now for 24 hours. Next up is Herd.
So, I have to spend half my movement to get off the fucking ground.
You do.
Which means I can then only move 15 feet.
Correct.
Which I think will put me here. And then I'm going to ready an action to throw out a spell when Tok has finished moving.
Okay, what spell will that be?
I'm going to hold my last first level spot slot for a bless. Because every
Okay.
little helps.
How many targets can you hit with bless?
I believe it's 3.
Okay, and who are the targets going to be?
Me, Ed, and Tok.
All good.
Thank you, sir.
And you'll get a D4 to your attack rolls and your saving throws.
We need it with this string.
I thought long term it's probably a wiser option than
Just realised
just trying to smite.
the dragon isn't in initiative. Can anyone remember where it was?
It
Hasn't
went.
had to go yet.
It went straight. It did. She went straight after me. That's it. And she.
No, it was a
Yeah.
it was a legendary action.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay. Then that
Yeah.
might not.
She
She may not
hasn't
have been
had
straight
her
after
own.
me.
I think
Yeah.
she was. I think she was after Velkin.
Yeah. Oh, I don't
Right.
know.
I can't remember where she was. Then I thought. Sorry. Yeah, I thought she.
I'm going to put it now then.
She was kind of mid somewhere.
Well, you just moved me right on the table there.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, I'm not going after Tok.
Where were you?
I was just ahead of where the white dragon is now, just below Ed.
Steve, according to the screenshot that was placed in the chat in the week,
Yeah.
she had scored a 10, so she was between the Shield Guardian and Edward.
Lovely.
Handy this streaming malarkey.
Yeah.
Good detective work, Hazel.
So what I'm going to do is I'll take a turn now then. If that's all right with everyone. And then we'll go to the top of the round. Start again. What's he going to do? Okay.
Now, Meltheron, you can see. We seek our treasure. We must defend.
And we'll make 2 claw attacks at Edward as he's there. $16 and 16. I don't know if they hit.
Probably.
Fingers crossed, not.
Who's that again?
It's Phil.
Phil.
Ed. Phil dropped off the cameras? Cameras just dropped off.
His AC is 15 according to his sheet.
But then he had the shield. Let me just check.
Is that +2?
Shield of Faith.
Yeah, so that would make
No,
it.
it wasn't. No, oh no, he had the breastplate, and did we add that back onto his character on here?
I think a breastplate makes it 15, probably.
Yeah, it's +1.
Okay.
His dex is +1, isn't it? So 14 plus 1, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Who had the Shield of Faith then? Did he have Shield of Faith?
That was me.
That was Tok.
Yeah.
That'll be.
Oh, we're clutching at straws. We're clutching at straws.
Is that gone now?
It will be once you've finished your movement.
Okay.
Rated at those 2 misses. It plunges in
No,
for a bite
goodbye.
attack.
The bite was horrendous.
Oh, natural 20.
Oh dear.
Not even here for his own death.
Oh, jeez.
Phil? Phil, where are you?
Well, it's 66 points of damage.
Halved.
Halved.
He's
I think
lost
it will.
all audio. Okay, so
He's got 14 left according to his sheet.
he's on 14, so that takes him down to 0, but then he's also got the thing that he pops back up to 1.
Yes. As a half orc.
So do I just put him at 1?
You have
Do
to
you have to
roll,
roll
for
for it?
that.
Is it just an automatic thing?
No, it's you automatically get a 1.
Relentless endurance. Yeah, you just automatically do it. Per long rest. Once per long rest.
Moof.
And frightful presence for anybody that's now within 120 that hasn't already made a save. Just seeing if Locke falls into that now. Nope.
He's just inside.
He's a very clever individual.
Oh.
Is it from the centre of the
Oh.
dragon?
Yeah.
I think that's how I did it last time, so. Okay, no, that's cool.
Yeah, I measured it. I stayed there on purpose.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Clever. Good call.
And in that bout of fury and frustration,
Brace Malferond. We're going under.
Doing what? Under?
He did say
Down.
under.
The claws just dig like a dog, and there's a blast of ice everywhere.
Damn it.
And what remains is a huge gaping hole in the ice sheet. And with the ocean, frigid waters lapping underneath 10 feet down this ice hole.
Are we laughing because you've still got the voice on?
Well,
it does add gravitas. I can't deny it. Thank you for lighting the mood.
I can't. I can't get it out.
Oh, I feel less tense now. That worked well. Oh, damn it.
better?
Yes.
You're
Hello.
You're not you when you're hungry. All right, there we go.
Oh, shit.
Oh no.
Okay, so
So
Dog Under. We don't know where it is. We don't see like a ripple of movement. It's
No,
not like in Tremors or anything.
Most of the floor is covered in snow. It's not like you're standing on glass. There's a good few feet of snow. Beneath the snow, anybody close to the hole, I was going to say, oh yeah, actually Edward would be able to see this as he's clinging onto life. Is that the ice is about 5 to 10 feet thick, and there's a few feet of snow on top, and down at the bottom there's just the ocean water. And we were top of the round, Talk.
Can't do anything. I don't know where she's gone.
Oh, that's one thing I did forget to do.
Oh, she got her breath back. Okay. Tok is going to. He will look. He was about to charge, and she goes under the ice. He will look really pissed off, and he will start to get this all cold smoke coming out of his mouth. Ice will start to form on his body and his face and his head, and he will use chromatic warding, which gives me immunity to cold damage for 1 minute, 10 rounds.
No better time, I would say.
It gives me an opportunity to use it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's too far away. I think I'm just going to hold there. I'll have a javelin ready, and if she appears...
Yeah.
Actually, I can't do that, because I've used that's an action. So then that's it.
Okay.
Ignore that.
Okay.
I can't hold an action, because I've used it for chromatic warding.
Okay. Belkin.
First of all, seeing as Tok didn't move, Bless will still pop off on Herd and Edward.
Yeah, okay.
You're not going to apply it to me because I didn't move.
You're out of range.
Oh,
That's why
sugar.
he was holding it until you'd finished moving.
Oh, I didn't realise that. Sorry.
Yeah, if you
Oh,
want to
sorry.
move, you can.
I'll just. Well, I don't know if I move 5 feet. Is that enough?
Yeah, that's literally all you were out.
Do that then.
So that's a bless for everyone. And Velkin is still shit scared. But now that it's disappeared,
Rage is going to drop.
it's going to start running back to Herd. And
Yeah.
now a wisdom save.
Yeah. Oh, not quite.
I was expecting this to be much more useful, and it is the most useless fucking animal I've ever had in D&D.
Right.
I am not raging anymore.
But that's it for...
Okay. Cat is up.
Thread reader, if it's anywhere in this storm sphere circle thing, is that still up and does it do damage? Is it a good idea to hug that?
It's a good idea to, yeah, if it can come up within sort of 60 feet of that, I can keep hurting it with lightning. If it's inside it, it does damage. It's difficult terrain, but I'm going to keep it up as long as I can. I think I've got another 5 rounds to go.
How do we think that the dragon is detecting where we are, other than just remembering where we were?
I think it's gone under with an intention to get away from the fighters and bite a squishy. By that I mean you. Sorry to say. You or Locke or Cass. Or Threadreader, who's the squishiest of all squishies.
Hearing that, I will put my fucking useless, hasn't done anything, but it's still up, flaming sphere a bit further that way, and hold. I'm scared of holding something and losing a spell slot. A cantrip. What is my... Okay, that doesn't work. Sacred Flame, what is the distance? Okay, oh wait, tell the dead. That's better, 60 feet. Okay, so if it appears within 60 feet, tell the dead.
Okay. Any movement?
Yeah, I've moved.
Okay, good. Okay.
The most damage has been done by Threadreader so far, and Locke, I would say.
Has a legendary action. Which is to detect. It's not coming up for some reason. Okay. Sec. That's why. So it's going to make a perception check from wherever it may be. Okay.
That number seems fairly perceptive.
Edward, you're on 1 point of health. You're clinging to life. You're still standing, barely. You're surrounded in a puddle of your own blood that's freezing in the snow around you as you speak. You took the full force of everything that dragon threw at you, and you're still standing to tell the tale. There's not many people that can say that, but you don't look good. And I don't know if you were offline at the time, but it disappeared underneath the ice. It burrowed through the ice down 10 feet down, so you're standing in front of a big circle in the ice. You just see the waves lapping.
Right, okay,
That's what that is. Yeah.
Cool.
So it's currently out of sight, but you know it, or you would assume that it's underneath the ice, deep somewhere.
What do we do, guys? Where do we think it is?
No idea.
Fox's theory is it's going for the squishies.
Yeah, that is my theory. It's the people who've done the most damage, which is Locke and Morgul. Sorry to say. You have only got 1 hit point.
Okay, that's all I can do. It's a bit close to everyone else. Not much I can do.
Okay.
Cass will shout at Herd and Ed. We never expected this. If you want to run, you can run.
It's a bit late now.
Wanted to run.
Seems the ideal chance to run. She's not here.
So Threadreader's up.
Oh, okay. I shall move out of the puddle of yellow snow and head towards everyone else, but through my 30 feet. And I shall use, as I'm walking forward, moving forward, I'll pull out the wand of web I have in my robes, and then I will move my moat towards the hole in the snow.
Okay.
With my bonus action.
Okay, very good. Locke, what have you got?
Right. I will shout out her name. Beatrice.
Yeah.
I'm a powerful sorcerer. Keep me as a servant and let my friends live. Take this as an indication of what I can do. And because I know her name, I don't need to be able to see her to cast Psychic Glance.
Okay,
DC 16.
You're suggesting she takes you as a servant
So
and
that's
then
not
attacking.
a suggestion spell, I'm just saying it. Yes. And then as an indication of things I can do for you. That.
Okay. Okay.
She's an alpha. I need to earn respect in that kind of
nice.
So it's an intelligence saving throw, okay.
Yes.
And we get to see how intelligent she is. She's not intelligent!
Watch me roll 5 ones.
Well, before we get excited,
120 feet.
Use that legendary resistance.
No, that's just. How many legendaries does she use now? 2 or 3?
Does she get one around, legendary?
Is it one around, or is it a limited number?
It's 3 of them, all in all.
So how many has she used?
At least 2.
At least 2.
Yeah. So she takes half of that.
Yeah.
Which is better than nothing.
You can't even see her to know whether she's injured or not now.
I'm gonna move here. It's really annoying. My piece of shit controller can't do anything. It's gonna come over here. Do we have any sort of weird senses? Dark vision, no. Yeah. None of you need to move anywhere. I'm just going to sit here and wait for vengeance.
Sorry,
Thank you.
sorry, Steve. I forgot to use my action. Can I just hold a firebolt?
Of course you can, mate. Yeah, of course.
Sorry, I totally forgot to use my action. Cheers.
No problem, mate. Okay, no, it's a nice turn. Nice turn. Legendary actions are a bitch. Reactions are a bitch.
It's because we're expending them, so that's the point of it.
Exactly, yeah, you're wearing them down.
Yeah.
She gets 3 per long rest. To give you an indication. Eris is up.
What is the name of the guy on her back? Melferond?
Melferond, yeah.
Melferond. And her name is Avetrus? Okay, I'm gonna do what Eris does best, which is not want to fight. And just very, very loudly, in the hopes that she can hear me through the vibrations of snow and ice and water. Avetrus, please. These are my friends. We're all each other has. I'm sure you understand this in the same way that you have Melferond. We do not wish to fight. He's a stupid mage. He doesn't understand his own words. We only came to travel across the sea. We did not know that we would meet your greatness. And I am sorry for the dishonourable way in which we have acted. I beg your forgiveness, and I beg that you let my friends live.
Okay. Make a persuasion check with disadvantage, please.
Oh, why is everything disadvantage?
Because you have all been kicking the shit out of it, so.
Bit me.
It was quite harsh, that bite, to be fair. I think she's...
So, persuasion with disadvantage, and I'm going to add my whale to whichever one the highest one is. Oh, my life. Sorry, D Beyond has decided to kick me out, so let me just roll an extra.
Okay.
So, I rolled one in here. Sorry. It was persuasion, wasn't it?
Yes, please. We have a -1.
That's the lower one was the 11.
Okay.
And then it's an extra.
Ooh.
D6.
Nice. 17 total. Okay. I'll bear that in mind. Anything else?
And then I want to run as far as I can run. So has that been an action?
Have you already moved?
No, I've not moved or anything. All I've done is
yeah. So I mean that persuasion is a free action, so you can run, you can make your movements, and you can dash if you'd like as well.
I will move and dash to there, stand by the moats and big boy. That'll do.
Okay. Herd is up.
So Herd's going to move forward towards his little pet elk. And as he passes Edward, he'll give him a pat on the back and be like, just have a moment of going, you're doing all right. And he will use that contact to use Lay on Hands to give him the last 16 hit points I have in that pool.
Nice.
So that is an extra 16 healing you get.
Thank you.
And then he's going to move towards Velkin, and then he's just going to give his elk an awkward fuss as it's shitting itself.
There's lots of little Maltesers all over the snow. Okay, good. Okay, top of round 7. It's all gone quiet, eerily so. You just hear the waves lapping in this huge hole in the ice over to the east, and everyone's kind of looking at each other. You just heard Eris make a plea to White Dragon's better nature. And everyone's kind of braced, looking around, not quite sure if it's leaving or if it's going to come up again, and there's a moment of uneasiness. Talk, what would you like to do?
Has she not had another go then?
She had it.
I already had one turn where she was under the ice, so this is a second turn under the ice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'll just stand there.
Okay.
I'll shout that should we get to the dogs and leave? Is it time to go?
It was time to go a long time ago.
All the dogs over, let's get on and leave.
Belkin isn't going to move because it doesn't have to.
I will move slightly towards the squishies.
Cat is up.
So Velkin's going to do his saving throw.
Sorry. Yes.
And he gets a +3 because he's within 10 feet of her.
Hey.
Sorry, Steve. I wanted to hold an action with the javelin as well.
Of course, mate. No problem.
I suppose 15 passes, does it?
No.
God damn it.
16 to equal. You're like one short.
Yeah, that's it for Velkin then.
Okay, Cat is up.
I'll bring my useless ball of fire to Big Boy, as I also try to move closer to Big Boy for cover. The dogs were frightened, but the polar bears weren't, right?
Polar bear's too slow.
Yeah, the dogs haven't been making. I haven't been making saves every turn because they're not on initiative. So
Call them and see. They can't see it. They might move.
yeah, if it's not visible, then there'll be no movement restrictions.
I'll hear what Tuck said, and I'll call to all of them. All of the animals.
I'll make.
She comes up out the ice and kills all of our animals in one go.
That's exactly what's going to happen.
That's probably what's going to happen.
All the dogs pass, and are no longer frightened. You want to call them over?
Come on, Percy.
Do you want to make an animal handling check, please? Where do you want them to be? You should have control of these, by the way.
Oh. They just moved.
Yeah.
However far they can move, get to...
40 feet according to
40
the...
feet.
So they could... Yeah. If they dash, it's 80, isn't it?
Okay, so we could get some to...
That was 65 feet.
I think... Can they pull up in front of Eris, because then they're near Tok as well.
I've got number 15. It's about there.
And then the other one... Do I get both sets?
Yeah.
The other one, send in this direction towards the other guys.
80 to there. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Polar bears? With your big boy
Jimothy
sled?
Timothy, that...
Jimothy and Timothy?
Are they that well trained?
18's a pretty decent roll, to be fair, so...
Yeah, that's true. I think they'd rather be somewhere
for
else
animal
too.
handling that nobody ever rolls.
I guess to me. Because if we can all get away, great. I'll take Big Boy. If we can't, they're just extra people to pull.
So there?
Yeah.
Okay. That looks tasty.
Like a meal. All
We're a very concentrated bundle of noms.
yeah. We've lined up all the noms.
Not thinking
Happy?
that was a bad idea. We should have stayed spread out.
I want them close enough for you to be able to hop on.
Any
Yeah.
other actions or movement?
If I still have an action, I'll hold the dead again.
Yeah, sure. This is White Dragon. Well then, what's she thinking?
Thinking, oh, did I lock my other horde? I should go and check.
She left the troll on in the other horde.
Okay, that's going to be it for her, I think. Edward. Feeling a little bit better, thanks to the interaction with Herd.
Right, guys. I'm cold, and I don't feel so good. I think we should try and get out of here.
That's
No
why I
argument.
called them go.
No arguments from me.
Over here.
You look horrendous, to be fair. We are all all bundled up in a nice a nice mouthful.
Nom nom nom. Anything else?
No. I just think we should go.
Okay. Thread readers off.
Use your action to dash and get closer.
Yeah, you can
And
dash.
if you want, go another 40.
Get right into that nom zone.
Yeah, I
That
can
nom
see
zone.
all the nom, and I'm very nervous because she's under the ice. So I'm going to do effectively the same as I did last time, but I'll head towards the other sled, not the nearest one. And I'll hold a firebolt, and I will move my moat towards the hole in the snow.
Okay.
There you go.
We good?
That's it. That's me. All good.
Lock is up.
Right. Locke is gonna take an action to shape change into one of the goblins that were inside the treasure room. Kobolds, yeah. And I'm gonna ask, does anyone remember what this fucker's name was? See if anyone remember the one I've turned into. I can't remember the name.
Oh,
Somebody does.
wait a minute. Where are my notes? Where are my notes?
The goat was called Peter. That's what I remember.
I can't turn into a goat, unfortunately.
Was one of them called Peter Cabaldi?
Hilda, Ula, Vit, and Snas.
I'll turn into whichever one you prefer, Steve. Whichever one I turned into, you can pick.
Hilda's easy to remember.
Okay. I'll turn to the goblin, and it's a free action to talk. I'll say if I see her, I'll just plead that she stops attacking them, and then I'll explain that they've killed the troll and stuff, and say there's treasure somewhere far away. Or something like. Anyway, if she appears, I'm gonna immediately start talking.
Okay, so you're holding that, yeah. Okay, understood.
Yeah. I'm not gonna move close to the gnome zone for now. That doesn't seem safe. If anything, I'm just gonna take 30 feet that way, and if I'm left behind, I'm sure I'll be alright. And then my beholderkin is also gonna move right next to me, so we can die together, hugging each other.
Cuddling the beholder.
And that is gonna be 10, I think.
Okay. Eris.
Do I continue on the persuasion route? How close am I to the... Was it just showing me block? Move. Go away.
You have to turn off chat bubbles to stop that.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, so I'm going to cast guidance on myself. And then again, Avatris, I see myself in you. I know how lonely life can be.
So does she.
I promise you, we had no ill intentions setting foot here. We wish only to... I am not good at this. You hear Eris mumble that in the middle of this.
You can make another persuasion with a straight roll.
Okay, I'm just gonna say we only wish to be your friends.
Eris, just get up, lad.
1 second. I'm gonna roll persuasion. Doing things. Fuck. +4.
Okay. Not as good as your first one.
12.
Okay, noted.
And then I am running for the sled. I am on the sled.
Okay. Next up, who we got? Herd.
Herd's going to spend his action to try and calm Velkin down, like, at all. And then he's going to use 15 feet of his movement to climb onto the back of it, because it is his little mounty pal. And because Velkin's intelligent, it can move on its own while he's mounted still.
Yeah.
So he's pretty much going to tell it to head in a direction, but it won't move until its turn.
Okay.
And that's it for him.
Okay. Top of the round. Round 8. Talk is up.
Okay, there's no sign of her then. I shall run up to Big Boy and then drag him through the snow towards the, if I can, towards the polar bears.
Make an athletics check, please.
No, save him, save yourself.
Nice. Yeah, you can do that. Just half movement for while you're dragging, that's all.
Okay.
Shouldn't be a problem, I don't think.
It's 5 feet. I think it was about 5 feet.
Okay.
With dragging, so it would be 5 feet up.
Oops.
There.
Okay. Well,
javelin ready.
On the ready, yeah.
Look, you need to.
Oh.
Don't stand
Am I
out there on
muted?
your own.
I think you're muted.
Yeah, he's not going to go that way. I've decided he's actually going to go 50 feet this way, and then he's going to action dash to go to here.
Okay, nice.
And that's it.
Okay, nice. Cass.
He's moved Big Boy closer. Does he need buckling in? I don't know how they were carrying him.
Well, he was stood and holding on under his own steam while he was conscious. Never tried transporting him in his downed state.
Balls. I assume, well, he was holding on to something, so can I do some sort of tying him onto the polar bears somehow? Or behind the polar bears, like dragging him?
You wanna drag him? Oh, okay, yeah, okay. I'll say between you and Locke with Locke's strength roll or athletics roll, a pair of you could bundle him up onto the back of the wagon.
Oh wait, onto the... Oh,
Yeah.
the one that's existing, not the one that we want to get away on.
Yeah, no, yeah, I haven't put a token in for it, but yeah, he has his own sled, I guess.
Cool.
Get on the sled.
I know, but that's gonna get full really quick. I'll go for the other one.
No. We'll call the other one over.
And there's more noms zone. Right, where's
you get on that one and go. You get on that one and go.
Like, one can leave the nom zone as the other one can kind of enter to replace it.
Morgul needs to get on it.
Can I use my turn to call it to me here if I move the rest of my movement to here? So we're a little bit further apart.
Yeah, animal handling, please. No, they hear you and acknowledge you, but they're all patient. They sense there's danger around, and they go to move, but they all kind of pull in different directions. And while they're putting the effort in, the sled doesn't really make any progress in any particular direction. Anything else?
And that's all I can do. If that was my action. Yeah. Oh, and I was moving. I've helped with Big Boy and the polar bears. I've moved. I've tried to call the dogs over. That should be it, really.
Dragon's turn. You feel the ground shake. It emerges with a spray of really big chunks of ice. They're boulder-sized chunks of ice. I mean, the sheet of ice that you're all standing on is like 10 feet thick. So the pieces that break through and shower the area are pretty big. And it's lucky that there isn't too many of you close proximity.
Yes, Nick.
This is not the time to seduce a dragon.
That sums it up.
So Locke has some reactions prepared.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, me too.
Mistress, they I beg of you, we've met them before. They helped us kill the troll. They left the treasure untouched. I beg of you, let's resolve this in another fashion. They said they've got treasure.
Okay. Roll a persuasion, but before you roll persuasion, everybody that held an action to attack the dragon, please roll that.
Yeah, I did. So
So did I.
I'll probably miss. It's fine. It's got really.
Hasn't it been like a round or two since everyone started holding actions?
No,
Yeah, I
held
was holding
that
them every round.
I did. I got 26 with my
Oh,
fireball.
I missed. That's all right.
Roll damage, thread reader.
Sorry.
It's okay. Okay. Okay, Locke, you may make a
Right,
persuasion
let's-
roll,
oh, how hurt
please,
is she?
with disadvantage.
She's still injured.
It's a 17. I'll roll no one.
Oh, dice are not our friends
Shit.
today.
Oh,
I can spend level 5 feature called Magical Guidance from Tassel Code of Everything. I can spend a sorcery point to re-roll the d20.
Go for it.
You want to do that?
Can I add
I
my
suppose it could de-escalate the whole
wheel
thing.
to it? My last one.
If you're able to, yeah.
60 feet.
No, he's too far away. I can't.
Better?
It is better.
Minion. You speak of. Why are you out of the ship?
I was coming after them. They were going to leave without telling us where the treasure is.
Treasure. What treasure?
Well, apparently there is an entire city full of powerful magical items and ancient magic. I'm sure that will be of interest to Mothron? What his name's? I was trying to make sure you don't kill them before they tell you.
This is good work. I would like to hit.
As this fireball hits it in the side of the head. And it spins round, and
For fuck's sake.
No. Oh no! Where's it doing? It's
oh no!
Breathe on
Sorry.
me. Breathe. I threw a javelin. It could chink off and not do any damage.
okay.
Actually, no, that would get cast. Don't do that.
Look at the tasty mounted target.
I had that action held before Locke did all his things. I'm sorry.
No, well, it's alright. I had one. Oh shit!
I shouldn't have tried to save Big Boy.
Sorry,
Okay,
that's
here
my
it
fault.
comes.
Let's see.
Everybody in the cone, DC 22 Constitution, please.
Matt and me have spent a good amount of time talking about what they would do if the other person's character died. I don't think they've had any discussion of what would happen if they both died.
I am immune
true.
to cold,
Okay.
Oh.
so nothing happens to me.
I'm resistant. Does this mean I take half?
I'm resistant.
If you roll over 22, you take half.
No, but
I mean,
if
I'm
I'm
ro-
resistant,
If you resist, oh yeah, of course, yeah.
okay.
So yeah, okay. Let's roll the damage. God, here we go. Okay, that's 62 cold damage. If you're resistant, you'll take half. Because I don't think anybody saved, did they, the dex save, other than Tark, obviously, who's immune anyway.
Yeah, so yeah, I take nothing anyway. I just thought I'd roll it just to see. And I will turn to her and just say, your breath's not even cold enough to make me do my coat up.
Stop back chatting.
I feel like this is not the time to do good cop, bad cop. Like, this is... So,
The,
Fuck, the bears are dead.
Bears,
Bears.
dogs, our way out of here is gone.
Bears are dead. Big boy's dead. Dog's dead.
Okay, so everyone done their damage. Anybody need to make a concentration check?
I did mine.
Okay.
Oh
so-
wait, it would still fail because that's
Amount of damage.
a mad damage. So bye bye, flaming sphere. Not that you were any
That's it.
good.
You can cast it again now and actually put it on her.
I'll use something useful this time.
Does it break the sleds?
Not so much because they're not living, and the cold damage really affects living creatures. I mean,
Okay.
they're heavily
Maybe it's
encased in
frozen.
ice. Yeah, heavily encased in ice and yeah, frozen solid. It moves over to
I'm dead. Tom's dead. These are the dogs. Tom's dead. Matt's dead.
Jamie's alright. He was just outside the cone.
Yeah.
How come Matt's dead? He's outside.
No, there's two Matties.
Oh. They're both... Oh, okay. It's Hazzy that's not dead then.
Lock. You will. Oh no, no. It's okay. Oh shit! I didn't mean to do that.
Yay!
Yay! We killed her!
No, no.
Killed by grief.
It's a shame of killing
Stop it.
dogs. She died of shame.
No, my plans. Okay, movement's done. I think all actions are done. Yeah. So she was beginning to talk to you. You seemed like you may have piqued her interest, Locke. And it was just the errant fireball, and make an insight check, please, Locke. Okay. It's hard to tell with dragon physiology and features whether it was just a reaction, whether it's still salvageable. This situation, you're unsure.
Can I do an insight check, seeing as I've got kind of dragon physiology?
Similar sort of thing. Yeah. I mean, you heard the conversation. Everybody there heard the conversation, and it's the most you've had out of her since the combat started. And it was only the impact on the side of its head with a little firebolt. That kind of, sometimes when you're startled, you flash out and just react without even thinking. It may have been that. Regardless.
Well, it may not. Well, does she do anything else?
She does.
Does she
do
just do
else.
that?
Yes.
Okay. Go on, Ed. Do your best deploying.
Right, so that's our way out sort of destroyed.
Yeah.
We've still got legs. We can still leave.
So it's either try and talk her down or try and kill her, which we haven't been doing a very good job of so far, but she has been under the ice for half of that.
Right, what are we going to go with, guys? Diplomacy, or are we just going to attack her?
Well, I'm gonna try
wanna-
diplomacy. Just not gonna let the big ones talk. They say silly things.
It could be really useful if she's not trying to kill us to find this island. Just talk about treasure.
Okay,
Seems
so
to
I'm
make
just
her
going
happy.
to say to the dragon, "Oh, yes, that was fun. That was a good bit of jostling there. You are pretty strong. Well, I had a little bet with my friend Herd over there. He said you weren't that good, but fair play. That was pretty good. We're going to be off now. Cheers."
Not without
There you go.
word
That's
of
with
this
some chicken.
treasure.
The treasure. Oh yeah, we can lead you to the treasure. No problem.
Okay.
Do you want us just to write the address down and you meet us there?
You
We
will
need to
retrieve
find
my
somewhere
treasure.
first. We know where there's information to find the treasure, but we need to find that place first. In the Sea of Moving Ice.
Well, if you survive that wretched place, then of course you may be successful in retrieving my treasure for me. I will expect a delivery.
Here?
Yeah, we can deliver. There might be a small surcharge, but we can deliver it. That's fine.
You would take some of my treasure?
No, it's not really taking it. It's a shit. So it doesn't matter. Doesn't
He's an
matter.
orc. He has a terrible sense of humour.
That is true.
There is this awful sound. Terrible, awful sound, and it makes you feel the same feeling that you might have if you smelled a rotten corpse, a dead corpse, that smell of death in the pit of your stomach. But it's not from a smell, it's from this noise that comes from the dragon, and it's only after a few short seconds that you realize that it's laughing.
Okay, maybe you do have a good sense of humour.
Yes.
Just gonna back off towards Cass and sort of try and stand in front of her. In case there's another breath.
Melpharon, the feast is prepared for tonight. Our minions will seek further treasure for our hoard. We should check. The existing treasure is not diminished.
I'm sure you'll find it's all there. We didn't take any of that. We do not take treasure. We supply treasure.
If you will allow me, I can travel with them and show that they don't veer away from the mission, which is to bring you your treasure.
Make a deception check, please.
We could kind of do with her telling us where the island is?
No.
Sniffing. She approaches a little closer to you, Locke.
Hilda,
Oh.
Go on.
All this time, Eris is just trying to get in to stop the big ones from talking. It's not working.
Okay. If you want to try and say something, then by all means.
I have a little offering for you, just as to demonstrate our allegiance to you, and I will take off the grey bag of tricks, and out of my other bag I will take 100 gold, and I'll kind of place it over the edge of the cart that I'm standing on for her, and say, and I'm very sorry about our mages. They are not as great and powerful as your Malferond, and I'm very sorry for our disturbance here.
Okay. So its eyes were squinting, its head came low to the ice, and it began to sniff, grunt. And its head tilted to one side, and it was heading towards the kobold in the snow that it should recognise, but now it wasn't too sure. And as soon as you said offering an apology, it turns, swings its head back round in a like a serpentine motion.
offering. You see, Melferond, some of them do know how to show respect. Do you have for me, little one?
I have 100 gold. I'm only this, like, I do not have much money. And a bag that produces animals.
Melferond is pleased with these items. We'll make fine additions to the collection. Consider it a down payment, shall we?
Of course. We will find the treasure and we will bring you more.
Locke will start heading inside back into his post as kobold.
Yeah.
Okay.
Once he's out of sight, he will turn back into Locke
Okay.
and get out of the way. It's about where he was before at one point. So the beholder is gonna.
If you head into the sea of moving ice, as I do, you would do well to watch the skies. Not for me, this occasion, for you are too small for my appetites. I am not the only predator in the skies in this region. Of course, you must survive in order to bring me my due.
Of course, and thank you for the wisdom. A great and powerful one.
Come, Melferond. I feel like counting.
Anybody, anything else?
You seem to have a
Patrol,
way with her,
uh,
Eris. We need to find where this island is. She must have seen it from the sky.
We need to get out of here, everyone. Move,
immediately.
move
Run,
now.
move, run.
We've got no sleds anymore.
It doesn't
Move.
matter.
We
Run,
have
Oh, are
run.
the sleds broken?
No,
No, the sleds are fine, but there's only 2 dogs alive.
There's only
You
2
can-
dogs. We
Big
can
boys
revivify
down.
a dog. Big boys, I assume, beyond help now.
You can
Don't
put 2 of
revivify
the
a
dogs
dog.
on one of the sleds, and Barden can attach Velkin to the other one to pull that instead.
Just gonna say, if it goes in there, starts talking to the kobolds, might realize none of them
good
were out
point.
here. So we need to fuck off as soon as possible.
Let's
Okay?
do that. Let's get both dogs on one sled, and we'll walk away with the dogs pulling one sled and Belkin pulling the other.
Here's the what's the big thing? The reindeer. That
Yeah,
can-
Velkin.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's called
strap,
Velkin.
strap the thing on it.
Eris,
Well,
can you
Lot doesn't know that.
can you turn into a horse or something, or a reindeer, or a?
It's better as a reindeer.
No, I mean Eris. Can Eris?
I've got no wall shapes. I need to sleep. We all need to sleep. We just need to get somewhere
It is quite
where we
late.
can set up
Get
sleep.
somewhere I can set up my hut, and we can have a
Yeah.
rest, and then we can try and find a way to the nearest town to recover and find some more dogs.
I'll uncouple the dead dogs. And the dead polar bears.
It's
Leaving
sad,
Big
but
Boy
we can leave her
behind.
peace. It'll make her happy.
We just leaving Big Boy.
We have to.
We don't have time to worry about Big Boy again.
I don't
We can
see.
come back and get him.
No,
Oh, well, he might
fine.
be added to the horde.
It's
I
fine.
don't.
Let's go.
Okay. Okay.
He'll be added to the horde. We can come back and fight when we're more powerful.
Well, those are
Did
those
anyone
that are
find the rod in the end?
the
Pardon?
rod.
The rod, is that still
Oh.
in us? No.
Yeah.
No,
Can we do a quick
we'll
search
have
for that?
Yeah, we'll do a search for that.
Yeah, anybody who's searching want to make a perception check? Or an investigation? You've got a very good idea of the
I'll just.
area where it
You
went.
know what, could I just use my once a day ritual spell and with an action cast detect magic and try
Absolutely.
and spot the rod in the snow that way?
Yeah, if you do that, you'll find it within a minute or two.
How many people can get on this sled? How many people can fit?
Probably 3. Look,
Okay,
I can get a fair pace running.
Okay, I can have another one fly with me.
Once we're moving, I can also cast water walk just to make it a bit easier for everyone.
Velkin's
The
pretty
rituals will
large.
take-
Velkin's pretty large, so we can probably fit another smaller person on the back of her as well.
So we got 2 dogs and a elk.
A celestial elk.
Look,
I'll
And
just-
I can make 2 of us fly for an hour.
Okay, so if we can get, how many's on? Usually, is it 3 on a sled? think.
Normally, yeah, it's a weight limit really.
Okay.
And I can't remember how we worked out. So you've normally been spreading out. It's been
And-
3 on 3.
Might
Oh,
be
it's
worth.
only a minute, but do I bring a dog back?
No.
Yeah.
We might need that.
No,
You don't want to regret resurrecting a dog, and then someone dies.
I think the dragon was talking about her meal being prepared tonight. I'm assuming she now considers these dead animals hers, so taking them could
She likes
be
polar bear.
yeah.
I've still got a couple spells though, including like healing word, and once we're a bit further away, I can cast aura of vitality and kind of up a few more of us.
Heavy boys on the sled, so Threadreader and Ed.
Well,
And
if Locke takes heard he's probably the heaviest with his armor, and
Oh,
he can fly.
I'm just gonna ride my elk.
Isn't the elk
Well,
pulling the sled as well?
Someone else. So I thought the elk was pulling the sled. Yeah.
I can make room.
So is anyone flying with me?
I'm fairly bulky.
Hey.
Perhaps it might be better for me to fly with you if no one else is heavier.
How long's that for? Is it
Fly is for
10 minutes? Is it?
flying speed of 60 feet for. It's only 10 minutes, right?
Enough
It'll
to
still get you a bit further away. It's worth
get
it.
further away, and we can set up a hut for a rest and hide somewhere and try and set up a hut for a rest.
All right, excellent.
Don't think we can travel far before we rest.
Oh, past that.
Okay. Gather up what you can of survivors, remainers.
My javelins.
Three sorcery points to twin fit between me and someone else, so we can both. Fly.
Yeah, take Threadreader with you.
Okay. I'll say Threadreader. Just hold my hand, and yeah, you might get dizzy. It'll be fun.
Like a weird Peter Pan with tentacles.
No, I was sort of imagining Superman and Lois.
we don't have to do that for the duration. I just touch you to initiate it, and then you're fine.
Who's badly hurt?
Ed. Cass.
Yeah, I'm still not doing so good.
I've got potions, Cass, if you want.
I still have spells, so I'm okay.
1 second. So there's a healing word for Ed, so that's 10. And then I'll do a healing word on Cass as well, just right now so we can get going.
I can do a prayer of healing whilst we're traveling as well.
And an 8 for Cass. Sorry, it's not great, but
thank you.
It's something.
Oh, no, I can't. I don't have spell slots for it.
Oh, we were.
Can you bring them back with your channel divinity thing?
It's only for. No, I can't. No, I only have Sacred Weapon and Turn Unholy.
No, it's a feature from Tassa's Cauldron of Everything. You can expend one use of your channel divinity to bring back a spell slot.
I have not turned that on yet, so some of the time I'll sort that.
It's another 8 for you, Ed.
Okay, let's move.
I'm assuming you're doing this as you're moving and trying to put distance. Which direction are you heading generally? So the north of you is the expanse of the
Back to the
sea.
towns.
Back to the towns you're heading?
We need dogs.
We don't need dogs to cross the sea. We need a boat. We get more dogs. We just have to come back here and leave them.
Do we want to head for the prison?
That's what I was going to say, Iris. The prison was our other lead. So that was quite a ways to the north. Would it be better to walk to the nearest town, replace the dogs, and use the sleds to get to the prison? Otherwise, we can't swim across the Sea of Moving Ice.
I very much doubt there's a nearest town.
Well, nearer to here, I mean, than the prison. The prison's quite a long way to the north, if I remember.
You mean keep going up the coast and hope we find a boat?
No, I mean... Oh, Tog, okay.
Well, yeah, because are we going to take the dogs on this boat trip?
No, if we get to the prison, we can leave them there, presumably. We were attempting to go there as... we have a letter, did we not, from the speaker? mean, we had 2 plans before we left town. This was the first of
we're
ours.
so far north. It's going to be further to go back and get dogs and come back again than just going to the prison, surely.
Yeah, but the journey to the prison would be with sleds. If we are walking now, wherever we go, where's the nearest place to walk to? That's
You get
safe.
to the prison with boats. With a boat.
Yeah, it's on the coast.
Problem is, there's no one to ask other than the dragon.
Did you have? Well, we still don't exactly. We still don't know where it is.
Oh, well, no, exactly.
But
While you're flying, Locke, can you fly up and see if you can see it?
Yeah, I can fly up as high as you like. If I fly way up, can I tell where we are?
Yeah, if you look on the Icewind Dale map, it tells you where you are.
Just look for a
I don't have the option.
A boat or a settlement or even the island out in the sea of moving ice. Oh, it's that way we are. Okay.
So where is do we know where the prison is on the map?
Right, I can see that the ice is north from us.
There, okay.
I'll be able to see that here. I can see that Mayor Dualdon is that way. I don't know if that's been destroyed or in Tamerlane. Yeah.
They're all destroyed except for Targos is the nearest, which is going to be 20-ish mile. Yeah, 21 miles.
And the prison is...
It's 30.
So the prison was there-ish, Steve?
Yes.
Is Lonelywood destroyed? Did Lonelywood get destroyed?
Yes. Anything that's not lit up is gone.
Oh,
I mean,
anything that's not lit up, you're unsure of because you've never been there since the dragon.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we might find dogs there. We might find people there.
I mean, would it be a compromise to head to Lonelywood, and if we can replenish there, if there is people, then it's not a lot further than it would be following the coast around, then to head up to the prison. Because even if we find a boat along the coastline, we still have to go to the prison to find where we need to travel.
If we're going to go to Lonelywood, we might as well go to Targus because it's the same distance.
It's a sure bet. Yeah. It's just going to take us a few days to get there on foot.
And why not just get to the prison?
We'll spend the same time, but yeah, we have got to get back from the prison. Although,
I mean, how long would it take? How long would it take to get to Targos, from Targos to the prison with sleds? And how long will it take to get from here to Targos by foot? And how long will it take to get from here to the prison? If we head to the east now, set up as far as we can to get away from the dragon, set up the hut. While we're in there resting, we can work all this out.
Okay, agreed. Can you see anything from up there, Locke? Any boats or?
I can see where the shore is. I'm not sure how far away we'd be able to see, Steve. I can see where the shore is.
What are you looking for? Sorry.
I'm not sure. Like just direction, I suppose. Or if there's anything nearby that, like a settlement or a camp, or a cave or woods. A ship.
Difficult.
Yeah.
Make a perception check, please.
Oh, yeah.
The weather is just a pig, and although it doesn't seem too bad at ground level, when you go up and you think you're going to get the advantage, the mist kind of sits at low level, especially near the coast here, and it just prevents you getting any kind of distance view.
I'll just go back down and let everyone know. I can't really see anything. But I can. I'm assuming I can kind of see which direction the sea is.
Yes, sea is to the north.
I can see that. Yeah, I'll just say, just pick a direction and yeah, pray to the thunder that there's something there.
And you came directly from the towns, so if you wanted to go back to the towns, you'd have to just reverse your heading.
Yeah, but
There'd
I'm
be some
guessing
survival involved, of course, but
Puck doesn't know of any people that live up here or any ships or anything.
you can make a history check. You've heard rumour of small bands, maybe even wanderers, of the less civilized denizens, I suppose. The orcs, Verbeeg, a bit more of the outliers of society. And not in any great numbers, but you know there is life to be found out here. Well, that's as much as you can recall. Whether they'll be friendly, whether they'll be hostile towards you, or whether you'll even find them at all.
Just sit in thought for a while and shake his head.
It's about 1 a.m.
I think we camp tonight.
Yes.
Everyone's sore.
Find somewhere semi-sheltered along the way to make a camp. If Locke and I see somewhere sheltered by some rocks or something like that, we can come down and tell the others where to head on the way.
Yeah, there's not many people come this far north. I can't. You might get some random roaming Verbeeg or tribesmen, but there's not much here, so I doubt we will meet anyone. I'm not aware of any boats, or you need a special ship to break through the ice anyway. Other than the prison, I've never heard of any others.
So you bedding in, or are you going to push on into the early hours, or?
I think we bed in.
Okay, and which direction were you heading? Were you heading on a course back to the towns, or following the coast, or?
Sort of non-committally east, I think.
Okay. Okay.
Imagining we wouldn't get very far, and then
Okay, so you set up camp for the evening, lighting a fire.
yeah, I shall ritually cast my little hut for us to rest in.
Okay. Now, in terms of supplies, you could have, and you would have had the time to salvage what you could have from your lost sled. But 20 food rations, 15 dog rations. Obviously, they're going to last you a bit longer these days. But you can choose to take or shed whatever you'd like. But if you keep everything and you're trying to cram all your gear onto one sled, then it's almost like a pack mule where all your equipment's on the sled and everybody else is walking alongside.
Probably load up Falcon a little bit, otherwise.
And you don't make bad pace if Eris is casting walk on water. It's almost like walking on a road. Still walking pace, of course, but it's nowhere near as arduous and treacherous as it would be if you were going through, thigh-high snow drifts. Your leg are laughing across the top, not sinking in at all. You find a relatively good spot at random, I guess, and unless you want to look for some particular piece of terrain or something that you want to huddle up against. Or
I would, given the dragon's warning, even if we're not out at sea, I would still want to be careful of just being too out in the open. I wouldn't want anything with an aerial view to be able to spot us too easily.
Definitely, if there are any trees to cover under or some rocks that we could go by the edge of and sort of semi-hide, that would be good.
Okay. Anybody that's involved in the search then can either make a perception or survival check. On talk, Mr. Survival Guy. Okay.
He's getting the hang of snowiness.
Yeah, good rolls, good rolls. You insist on pushing on a little bit. You recognise the telltale signs of maybe not frequently used, but the impression of a path or like a rut in the snow, whether it's from an animal or humanoid, you're not too sure. But you just got a hunch, feeling, and you follow it for a bit longer, push on, and you do find like an abandoned stone shack. It does have some rocky outcroppings nearby. Does break up the landscape a little bit, so it's not just all one big white blanket where you would stick out like a sore thumb. It's broken up a little bit here and there.
Will your dome fit around that, or inside it, or? Reader?
Sorry, my dome, it's kind of have to be warm inside, and I can set it white so no one can see. So
What you do?
Get busy then.
I shall start casting ritually. I shall open my spell book, start making a circle in the snow, and chanting the words. 10 minutes later.
Okay. So you have a dome in the snow, or around this hut. Stone. It's almost like like the old dry stone walling that you see in the countryside. It's like that. Just stacked one on top of the other, neatly shaped, almost cut stone. This shack that you find yourself in is there's a few timber supports here and there, but it looks long abandoned. But there is a good supply of firewood in there that's cut and stacked neatly and kept dry, which you could use to burn if you wanted to light a fire or keep warm. Or I know the dome can do that for you. But if you wanted to cook or anything, for example. So with your camp in place, what would you like to do?
Tom's just going to
Muted.
try to recover as best he can, even though he's not really injured at all. But just collect his thoughts and avoid looking at the top in the eyes.
Well,
Talk will say to Cass, do you want to take a watch with me? We'll take the first one. Who wants to go after?
Eris can go after.
Okay.
I'll keep you company, Eris, if you like.
Thank you. And then, how many watches do we need?
4.
Four.
4 if we do 2 hours each.
Okay, so then I can wake up a herd.
I'm happy to do one. Okay.
And then we've got Ed and Block left.
Yeah, I can do the fourth watch.
Okay.
First watch, Tok and Cass. Perception rolls, please. Checks.
I'll give Cass advantage.
Okay, want to go again? Okay. It's pretty quiet. It looks a bit like the scene, actually. You can see the lights, and the weather is, again, pretty much like the scene. It's not driving snow, but you just have the odd wisp kind of just blowing constantly through, changing directions. Don't see anything untoward. You can hear the cracking of the big ice shells in the ocean to the north. Yeah, you hear the odd lapping of water very close by. Actually, it doesn't sound like it might at the coast where there's a big body of water. It's almost like a contained, either like a lake or a bay of some description.
We'll sit quite quietly, watching, not saying anything for a while, and then he'll turn to Cass. I thought we had a chance at stopping this winter, but I'm not so sure anymore.
Whose mic are we picking up?
I think I don't know. I'm getting an echo. There we go. I thought we could do this, but I don't even know half of these people. They nearly got us killed today. I don't want to see you die because of people's hubris and people's curiosity. And then we got 2 strangers with us now. You muted.
Locked.
You wouldn't let me die. I wouldn't let you die. We're all okay.
If Eris hadn't have, whatever Locke did, have taught that dragon down, we'd be dead. Even with all the gods on our side, the chances of us beating her were slim.
But we've got to keep going. We need all the help we can get.
Can't stop this if we're dead. They were more interested in what colour Meltheron's hair was than actually getting to safety. I'm sick of warning them it's not safe and them just ignoring me. They think because I'm big I'm stupid, but I've lived here my whole life. And they just waltz up from the south and badmouth the most dangerous creature in all of the Dales. I am not watching you die for them.
You're right. You need to be more careful. We're a headstrong bunch. We just need to be louder. I'm not doing the best at leading. I could do better too.
We're so lucky that all of us aren't dead. I thought some of us were dead there. And if we don't take her treasure, she'll hunt us all down.
I didn't think we were going to die.
Had an uneasy peace with her for decades. You know, if that ever happens again, screw them. I want you to go. I want you to run.
You know I'm not going anywhere without you.
No. Well, I think you've got a chance of fixing this. And maybe they all could if we could just work together.
Nothing brings people together like a near-death experience.
Was it near enough for them to realise?
I'll find out.
Don't cry, you'll get frostbite.
He will hurriedly
He'll wipe off your tears. You'll get some sleep. Or whatever you elves do. Humming or staring into space, or I don't know how meditation works. Ringing gongs, whatever it is. Never thought about it before.
I will wander off a few feet and cast my last third level sending.
Mm-hmm.
Do I say it out loud or can I say it in here? I.e., will Tok hear?
I'm not sure. I'd have to check the description. I think you have to say it, but I'm not sure.
I've got the perception of a turnip, so the chances are slim, but not.
Yeah, I think you have to say it.
Got a verbal component. So.
I mean, I don't mind Tok hearing, but I'll probably move a bit further away from the hut.
Okay.
Sorry, I don't message more. We're all okay. Some days are harder than others. Days like today. Just wanted to say, I love you, Mum.
You don't get a response.
She's probably in bed. Asleep.
Go away. That's all I wanted to do on my watch.
Okay. I get it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
for
your
me.
watch passes uneventfully.
Who was next? Eris
You
and...
wake up.
Eris and Frederica.
Okay, so depending on what you're doing, if you're taking an active watch, make a perception check. If you're doing something differently, then Just tell me what you're doing.
Well, I
17.
can't leave the dome, but I will be looking outside it. So I shall...
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Similarly, you get a sense of your surroundings, and you venture a little bit further afield and spot that you're on the sort of still on this ice shelf, although the wind has blown the snow away from the top covering, so you can actually see the ice underneath your feet rather than a layer of snow. You get a lot of shelter. It's a good spot here. Get a lot of shelter from the weather, which is probably why the hut was built here in the first place. You spot a small rowboat nearby. That's frozen in the water, or seems to be frozen at least, from what you can make out. And faintly on the wind, you hear the odd faint kind of like a metallic clanging sound, only very occasionally, reminiscent of a bell at a dockside or a quayside or something like that. Like to do anything? Say anything to each other while on watch?
That was
I'd
a
read that.
yes.
Do you bigs not realise that there are things more big and dangerous than you?
Well, yes, but I'll be honest with you, Eris. When the kobolds we found, they mentioned this spell, this person, Meltheron, that was with friends with the dragon. My first thoughts went to the Brotherhood. I was frightened, but frightened that the Brotherhood had somehow gotten in league with a creature like a dragon. That's what I was afraid of, but I'd never seen a dragon before, and nothing really prepared me for that. I'm afraid I wasn't much use. I could do little but cower.
I was the same. I just wish that we didn't always have to fight things. It shouldn't be our go-to response. Can you make people be quiet?
Not now, but that's worth thinking about. I can make things blind, and I can make things deaf. I wonder if I could make things mute.
If we could make Locke mute, we would save so many lives. Think of all the fights we wouldn't have ended up in. Think of all the animals that would still be on this planet.
I shall give it some thought.
Thank you.
I shall take out my spell book and start flicking through that. The page will start turning on its own, going to different areas, different formulas, and I shall also take out Zan's spell book and look through the formulas in that. And for a moment, I'll not look like I've forgotten that Eris is even there, and then I'll sort of pause a second and look up at her and say, "You are okay, aren't you? You got..."
And this snitch. Everyone else is big. And I'm little.
I sort of miss him too.
I just don't think the bigs always listen to the littles.
I think we'd listen to you.
Yeah. We should also listen to Tok. And then she'll kind of wander off, do another kind of circuit, and you can probably hear her just muttering to herself. And she's just telling the stars about her day and her worries and her concerns.
Okay. Right. Anything else from you, Threadreader?
As soon as Eris gets up and starts and walks away, my head will go straight back down to my book, and you'll see one page turning itself and me flicking through the other, and that'll be me for the rest of the watch.
Is it a specific book you're reading, or is you just researching and changing your spell slots?
Yeah, I'm just trying to look through the spells in both books and trying to figure out if I can work out how to make someone mute, as well as.
Okay, yeah, you've got that book. You know what was in it, and the spells and everything, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, guys. Yeah, nothing untoward happens. Your watch passes without event. Who do you wake up?
Heard next, was it Heard and someone else?
I think it was just Heard.
Head and lock.
Righto. Heard's initial plan was he wouldn't re-don most of his armor. He wouldn't put his chainmail back on. He'd just stay in like the underclothes that he'd wear under all of it, like beneath his little gambeson. Just whack his belt on and grab his hammer and a little pipe out of his bag. And he'd go and stand outside in the cold with his pet elk for a little bit, have a smoke and talk to his elk, mumbling a half a conversation. And when he realizes that Locke is up as well on the watch, he's not really going to be quite sure how to interact with him socially.
Locke will eventually just go, any feedback on your first day with us?
You need to keep your mouth shut more, I think.
Yeah, I've been told that. Problem is, even with my mouth on moving, I can still talk. So.
Yeah,
and
well.
I'll say something telepathically to him.
Maybe figure that out.
Well, my usual approach is to be on my own.
Yeah, well. I don't really think that's the wisest course of action in the Dales.
Have you lived up here long?
I did live here maybe 2 or 3 years before all the snow started. But I've been down in Waterdeep for most of my life. So it's kind of like retreading old ground, but different.
I like this more than Waterdeep. Don't know about you.
I haven't really figured that out yet.
Do you know if you want to stay with us?
He'll chuckle a bit at that, and he's like, well, as long as you're not fighting dragons on the daily, I think that'd be worse job offers. But, you know, if that little scuffle was anything to go by, you might need more help.
Well, we don't necessarily go out of our way to fight dragons, but dragons or dragon-like creatures might find their way to us at any given moment. So risk will be involved. Sometimes I bring more risk than others. We'll just kind of look to the void. I think they'll need all the sane heads they can get. You seem like a sane head.
Well, I mean, I have one, at least. I think that's more than some people can say.
Certainly more than I can say. I'm just glad everyone got out alive.
Yeah, I get that.
What about just staying there, you know?
So staying with the dragon.
Yeah. Would have figured it out. And probably ate me. But maybe
Yeah.
then that would have ended its vengeance, because I'm the only one that fooled it, and now it realizes might come after us. Although the treasure might be good enough for it to not. I don't know.
Yeah. um, Ed just very obviously just kind of like stares in the distance, kind of going, I don't understand what the fuck is going on about anymore.
I've had a complicated history.
No, I don't think everyone really has a straightforward history.
Well, can't keep mine straight on any level. Well, mostly because I've lived multiple different lives, each with its own name and characteristics and group of people. So
Oh yeah, that would be pretty confusing.
it is. My head's not all quite there. I also had like a bit of a parasite for a while in my head.
Very obvious, like, step away.
No, it's fine. It got out. It's fine. It made me act a bit, and then he just thinks for a moment. You know what? I'm not sure how much it affected me, to be honest. Thinking back on it, don't know how different I was under it. Maybe I was more me. Huh. And he just kind of has a moment of realization. Should we be paying attention to the surroundings?
Speaking of which, you can both make a perception check. Disadvantage, seeing as neither of you have night vision, I don't believe.
I do have night vision.
Oh, okay, great.
Head doesn't.
I need to find the link again. I left so I could actually have a conversation while I was on the server.
Just roll a physical dice if you want.
No, I'll be on it in a minute.
So it's a 7 for me.
Not a lot catches your attention.
Oh, he's too busy petting Velkin.
I shall hand over the turnip to Herd. Shall pass the turnip torch to you.
The left-hand side.
Roll the
I'm
3
here.
on the physical dice.
Okay.
Hope nothing's
I don't think I have any. I don't have any pluses.
Okay, neither of you catch a great deal. I mean, it's the first time either of you have had a really or longer than a sort of 20-second conversation, enough to say hello. And then there's a lot of following the conversation. There's a lot of side-eyeing and sort of mutual suspicion and less looking outward than looking inward from an introspection point of view and a suspicion point of view. I know what the hell have I got myself into point of view. So you don't see a lot of the outside world, which is fortunate that nothing kind of sneaks up on you or takes you by surprise. So you do wake up for the last final watch. Is it Edward? Yes.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
If
I
Bertha
think
doesn't have a buddy, I can do it because I only need 4 hours.
Oh yeah.
Is it watch time? Right.
a herd will kind of whisper to Ed as he goes by to get settled again, going, the pale guy's weird.
Yeah, he looks at. Okay, so is it just me on this watch?
I'll join
I
you.
think Cat is with you.
Okay.
Perceptions, please.
I'm guessing that Ed's still quite hurt, is he?
Well, he'll have had
Yeah,
a full
not
rest
as
by
badly
then.
as I was.
If he's on this, if he's
Oh,
done
if
the
it's the last, yeah.
Nothing much has changed, Cass. I mean, the sky's a little bit lighter. And the aurora is fading a little. And on the back of the aurora, as it fades, in fact, you probably both see it. Probably Ed would notice it more so, and then draw your attention to it, is just the sight of a huge winged creature passing overhead, high up in the sky. It kind of blots out the moon for a second, 2 seconds, and then the moon appears again, and this shadow just continues heading north out to the sea of ice.
Do you think the Frost Maiden's easier to beat than a dragon?
I hope so. That dragon today, she was pretty tough. Is this normal for you guys? Do you like fight dragons on the regular?
I met one. We didn't fight it. That was foolish. I'm sorry. I'm glad you. Well, we all made it out.
Yeah, I didn't think we were going to.
No.
So, do we have any idea where we can get this treasure that we promised the dragon? Because I don't.
We know there's probably treasure, we just don't know where.
Okay, that's as good as not knowing at all. Do we know anyone who does know where it is?
Yes, at the prison.
Okay.
So I guess
I
that's the
suggest-
next step.
Yeah, we should get there sooner rather than later.
So
Good.
after all that, you're coming still? I wouldn't blame you for walking.
Well, I haven't really got anywhere else to be. So, you guys didn't leave me with the dragon by myself. So that's better than I can say of some of the other groups I've hung around with. So, I'm going to give you guys a shot.
Then we'll have your back. Can you feel here, up here? Do you know what I mean?
Sorry, can I feel what?
Here. That connection to your god.
It's there, but it's not strong up here. I feel like there's too many other forces. at play.
Yeah.
It seems like a difficult place to be, just to live.
Maybe going up against the dragon and I don't feel like Lathander's got my back. It doesn't really help.
Do you feel that Lavander's there at all?
Yeah. But sort of behind. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is why it's important we've got each other's backs.
Yeah. Well, when it comes to gods, we have to have faith in them. They have to have faith in us too. And sometimes they have to leave us to fight these battles and make these decisions. But they'll be there.
Thanks. I think I needed to hear that.
As your watch comes to a close, the weak sunlight of the day kind of washes the aurora away. There's a fresh chill sweeping across the land. You're all collectively thankful to your gods, yourself, or just blind luck that you're still here, still able to fight another day. Yeah, it's a new day. And with 20 minutes left to go, it's probably a place to call it, I would say. Call it early. What you see now in the daytime, that's a bit far out. And we don't have, we don't have Edward on the scene either. So down here, be the hut that you were staying in, the boat that Eris heard during her watch, the rocky outcroppings and things that you selected because of cover it gave you. Yeah, we could probably pick up there next session. Sorry to finish a bit early, guys. So I wasn't sure what direction the dragon thing was going to go. So
no worries. I think Tok would just in the morning. He would see Cass after he wakes up, and he would go to her. I had a dream last night, and I saw. Yeah, I saw Torm. And Torm values loyalty, and all our dogs were with him. So I think they're okay.
Yeah, that's good. Cass is gonna walk away and like go deal with a fire or something.
yeah, good roleplay, guys. Fair play. Good moments there. I enjoyed that.
It seemed a good opportunity to.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
That was intense.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Not sure I could do another 20 minutes.
It's
de-stress.
It was horrible when it was under the ice. It was like,
oh god, yeah.
Yeah, it has a burrowing speed.
I don't expect to. It's too much to ask. But do I feel big boy? Like after it's been 8 hours, can I?
Yeah, he will. He will. Thor, first and foremost, he will spark, and over the course of the night, He will be restored to full hit points.
Then
How
I
many
will
more
get
times
him-
that might happen, you do not know.
I will get him to come to me.
Oh, but what if she tries to attack him because it's like part of her ward is leaving?
Well,
She's
then that
sleeping.
happens.
Okay, do we prepare and do we go back to kill her?
No!
Okay, just making sure because now we've got to
No,
bring.
has she not learned anything?
There is a question. We lied to her, basically. If she talked to the kobolds, then they will confirm none of them were out there, and that I wasn't a real kobold. So there's that, but I don't know if that will actually happen. So
They might all be too stupid for that to transpire so clearly.
That is what I thought, which is why I thought it doesn't make a big difference. But it's not
Maybe,
important.
maybe there's some treasure that can help us kill a dragon. Maybe if we come back better equipped, and deal with her. We'll give her a treasure
The
right
question
between the eyes.
The question, I think someone posed it in the chat, is that do we go after her like on our terms? Do we decide the time and the place and how we do it, or do we wait and hope she won't come after us, or if when she does, we'll be ready? That's kind of what I think what Hazel was saying is like if we decide to go back, then at least we know we're going back and we've prepared for it. Whereas if we wait,
I'm not saying we're going to do that next session.
no,
I'm just.
She's
I
going
think
to
then we've got
run out of
treasure.
patience. Yeah, at some point she's going to run out of patience, isn't she?
I mean, if we do find the city and there is some baubles there we can give to her and she may be satisfied. She might not, we might be able to bring her treasure. Might not need to kill her.
If we fail, we're going to have to fight her.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Which is within the realm possibility with preparation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if we get to that point and there's nothing we don't want to try to, there's nothing to give her, then we can just say prepare and plan it rather than it being a bit unexpected.
The other
Yeah,
issue is
we weren't ready for a big fight. We'd already used some of our stuff, so if we went in prepared, we had everything. We were ready for a fight. We had the right kind of spells. We've already fought her once, so we kind of have a better idea of it. Then, when we've a bit more of a chance.
Her breath and her bite are the real killers. The breath, especially, that was brutal.
Yeah. But if I know that's the case, I'll go in with more distance spells.
Mm.
And more attack spells and stuff like that. And we can
find a way to make us all resistant to cold.
even if we find the treasure, killing the Frost Maiden might annoy her because she said something like she must live because she needs to pay me her due or something.
Oh, she did say that. Does that mean that the Frost Maiden's not as strong as her then?
Or if we can get the dragon her treasure, and then we could maybe be a voice in the ear of the dragon about the fact that the Frost Maiden hasn't paid her due. And see if we can kind of up the ante in that debacle.
Like we should give up on all hopes of being this dragon's friend. Voice in the ear, any sort of good relationship.
I don't think it's gonna, because it's just quite chaotic and erratic. Whereas because I was trying to be sort of persuasive, and I have a high persuasion, and I kind of tried to entice her, but like I think she's just a bit mad. She doesn't listen to reason.
Yeah, she's easy to flip. She
you
say one thing wrong and she completely flips.
Talking to a dead skeleton that's mounted on the back. So she's fairly bonkers, I think.
That's not the sign of a healthy mindset,
No,
is it?
It's Cass and Tok.
Hmm?
They need each other to live. She is holding on to the last remnants of her closest friend.
It's like
The
one of
one
us is going to wander around with a skeleton in the future
say-
at some point.
I mean, Cass
on a dog
is the
sled.
corpse. The top's going to strap
Oh,
onto her
no.
back like a broken C-3PO.
Now that that fight has happened, I will always prepare gentle repose. So,
We will never need it. As is the
Otherwise
way
Spell
with
slots,
spells.
your spell slots are slowly getting earmarked, but I need to save a Revivify and I need to save a Gentle Repose, and they're slowly getting earmarked, aren't they?
Spell slots are very, very precious commodities.
This is the problem
They
I'm
are.
discovering with the wizard, where you can add lots and lots of things to your spell book, but you can still only choose the same amount.
Yeah.
It doesn't help.
Yeah, it just makes it harder to choose.
Yeah.
I was just picking for the next day, and I did pick silence, and then when I wasn't in that conversation and unpicked it.
I've gone for a lot more distance damage doing spells, and I'm like, we're not going to come up against anything that I'm going to need them for, but I'm going to have them. We're turning Eris into a paranoid little goblin.
But I mean, just to let you know, I was prepared to run that through right till the end if it came to it. But you did engage in conversation and try to persuade. And you did roll some good rolls there and made some good valid arguments for it as well. And not only that, but tugged at the things that would interest them most, such as treasures, dragons, greedy. Can't help that, no matter how insane they might be. The lure of gold and treasure is something that will always pique their interest. 9 times out of 10, I would say. So you played it well. I thought you played it well. I wasn't fudging anything for you there. I thought you played it well, and that combat could have gone to the end if that's the way it would have gone.
Well, once we knew what she wanted, then it was easier to negotiate. I think in the beginning, we don't really know what she's about. But then,
yeah.
She wanted our stuff and for us to leave.
She
Agreed.
did. And we were like, no.
Yes, which I was not okay with. Well, the thing is, I walked into the encounter with two things in mind. One was I thought we were all rested because my character was fine. I didn't realize there was a big fight before because I was cooking. The second one was that we all wanted to fight it because we were talking about it. We had like a big conversation about fighting the dragon. So I thought, all right, well, if there's a fight, everyone wanted that anyway. And then when it happened, I was like, it's still fine. I mean, we have, because none of you used any spells or anything last session. So I was like, we're fine. We've got all kinds of slots and rages and shit. And then when you said you have no spells, I was like, fuck, I did not see that.
I think to be fair,
this is not what I was calculating.
Yeah, I think to be fair to you all, she's not in a good state of mind, is she? It, like any of the things that were said to her would not have set a normal person off. It was just because she's so sensitive and changeable.
We were fairly deferent to her. We were just trying to leave.
Yeah.
We didn't take anything or do anything silly, but
any disagreement with her, she just took very, very intensely. Yeah,
they're very proud, and I think in one of Mercer's games when they I think it was campaign 2, they met a white dragon, and
yeah, they did.
I think their mindset is they might actually say it in one of the manuals, is that they feel insult if you was to offer them everything. Here, take all my possessions and let me live. Some of them will find that an insult because, well, why don't I just kill you and take all your stuff anyway? You're suggesting that that's not within the realms of my power. That's how cruel and just they're not nice creatures.
Yes, some of them respond more to power. I thought, if I do a power play, maybe she'll respect me. No, that wasn't the one. Maybe it's a different color. We'll see next time we encounter a different color of dragon. If you had a first one.
Yeah, well, clearly at some point she was friends with that wizard, so he made friends with her.
I thought I was going to end up with a pet dragon.
Yeah. Well,
yeah. Did you? For how long though? Like a microsecond.
I mean, Morgan was acutely aware when she appeared that the construct dragon we fought was not a real dragon. That was like,
Yeah.
that was in my head. That's what a dragon was, and we dealt with that one fairly well.
Yeah,
So
that
it
one was
wasn't
quite
that
easy.
worried. It wasn't that worried about the dragon. It's more worried about the spellcaster that she was carrying around with her. That rapidly changed.
The spellcaster was quite harmless.
It turns out, yes.
He was past his best.
I will confess, I was very tempted whilst you were all having the conversation trying to disarm that whole situation. And it looked like it was going well. There was a part of me where that was like, I really want her to just throw a hand axe at Melthront and see what happens. It's like,
Well,
would she even notice?
Well, that's
She's
what
just
I was
got this
curious
mount,
about.
this
I
rider
tried
with
to
an
throw
axe.
javelins at him, but missed.
Hey, but
horribly.
it is a good one. It doesn't happen very often, but it's a good example when it's not always best to prepare an attack in advance as like the default waiting option, because then
Yeah.
you can't change your mind. Well, if somebody else changes their mind, that's it. They all go off. Although
Yeah.
that was quite, I've not seen that before. That's quite interesting, I thought.
Yeah, it's not come up before. And it was good because she did do the breath weapon and then she didn't do any of her other attacks. And it was like, hang on.
It's a bit of an overreaction.
Yeah, I did. I mean, I was so worried about her popping up and trying to eat someone immediately. I thought, well, I'll prepare a spell just to keep her in the fight. But I didn't think for a moment that she would suddenly become talkative. So I had tremors in my head, you know. I was like, I hear words,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah, it's good.
Right.
You did very well.
Stream. Yeah, it just
Yeah,
shows
sorry for the
words
stress,
off the wind.
everybody.
It's all good. It's their own making.
Now I can get a stiff drink after a game of D&D.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I might get a whiskey.
Yeah, so the option prepared at the beginning of the encounter was leave me some treasure, or give me some treasure and leave. So I don't like that idea. So you finish the encounter with leaving her some treasure and leaving and calling that a good result.
It was Eris's treasure though, so it's a result.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to do that until I noticed that Locks wasn't going so well. Like, I'm like, it's worked. Oh shit, treasure.
that was a good last minute save.
Yeah.
It could have gone very ugly.
Could have kicked off again.
Yeah, that was close.
Could have kicked off
Team
again.
effort. Good team effort.
But yeah, definitely. We go to the glacier. We get all
Wait a minute.
lots of future magic weapons,
What?
whatever they are. Past.
Steve, is my mum dead?
You don't know.
It's like, it was like 2 in the morning. It was like 2 in the
Still?
morning. She was probably asleep.
You don't know who the Frost Maiden is yet.
Her precious baby girl called.
His mum is a frost maiden. Oh no!
Your voice probably just appeared in her dreams, but that's what we're going with. You can do sending again in the morning and find out.
I like that suddenly dawned on you, like that moment.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
when
the
he
time
said-
you call your mum.
Yeah. The moment you went, you don't get a response. I was like, oh shit. Because for some reason, I thought that Cass's parents were in, or Cass's mom was in 10 Towns, which would have been a lot more of like, oh shit. Yeah. But I was like, oh no, they're in Waterdeep, so they're probably fine.
She's not in Waterdeep either, is she?
Yeah.
No.
Is she?
No, she moved out of Waterdeep. She went to that town to the south that I remember the name of.
Daggerford?
I think so.
Ham?
I think it was Daggerford, yeah.
Ah, okay. She was in a library, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to be using a spell slot now on that, aren't you? She'll just wake up with a weird like dream where she could have sworn you were talking to her.
I just want to hear Steve's mum voice.
Yeah.
That's why you got no response.
He'll probably
You
put his
killed
dragon
her.
voice
You
on.
killed your own mum. You did this.
He'll be like, he'll respond like this.
Hello, Cass, it's your mum.
I do love any time like one of the weird voices as
Doesn't switch off.
Oh no, I
Yeah.
don't know how to turn it off. Oh shit, hang on a second. Oh no, wait, I've got this.
There, is that better? No? Oh, shit.
Oh yeah,
That's an outtake right there. Thank you, Steve. I'm glad I didn't stop the stream yet.
also a gentle fuck you to Hazel and Tom for going, I miss Snitch, and making me feel bad about retiring.
I didn't want to
Have you
get too much in it because she's feeling a bit bleh at the moment. But yeah, she's just surrounded by all these bigs, and they're all bigger and stronger and braver, and she misses her little friend who would make silly mistakes, so she didn't feel lesser.
I don't think
His
any of
life's
them are
goal was
braver.
to load himself into a giant crossbow.
Yeah, he's probably off trying to make that come true.
We were talking about someone to be on the
building a
back of the dragon.
trebuchet in whatever it was called.
Someone to launch on the back of the dragon. We really missed Snitch.
I know. It's like he would have loved this.
That's what he lived for. Yeah.
I imagine there'll be a sending that'll be like, hi Snitch, fought a real dragon, kind of shit scary, nearly died. Could have really done with your help to climb the thing to try and rein it in. And you'll just get this message like, of all the fucking times.
Certain death guaranteed. You would have loved it. Right, I'm going to stop the stream. It's Theros tomorrow, isn't it?
Theros tomorrow, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be. We're finally done with the games. You can go through with your.
Now we
Gotta
are heroic
celebrate.
heroes.